Very good morning. You're watching Sunrise this Saturday, and still to come, we're speaking to a spokesman from the Michael Jackson website, MJStar.com, about how fans will be reacting. Of course, the trial of Conrad Murray now over. We're awaiting the jury to return its verdict. More from LA on that too. Now, jurors in the Michael Jackson trial are to resume deliberations on Monday. So far, they've spent around 10 hours sifting through the evidence for and against Dr. Conrad Murray. He denies involuntary manslaughter. Well, joining us now in the studio, Rich Hykins, who's a spokesman for the Michael Jackson website, MJStar.com. Thanks for coming in. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
They've got a lot of medical evidence, really, to look at, and the issue about propofol, that drug we've heard so much about. But the other thing is, it's such a sad picture that's been brought to us of Jackson at his home and what he was doing to himself medically.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I think people are in shock still from... I mean, I'm in shock, and we knew the half of it because we deal with it every day with the site, and you sit there and you listen to what people have to say, but you just have to... You have to feel sorry for everybody involved in the case, and even Michael's family and Michael himself. I mean, unbelievable.
Do you think it's the fact that the family hadn't realised quite what his position was, and they're as much in shock as the fans are?
I think everybody is. I mean, I think that's exactly right. I think people are very surprised on what they've heard, whether they believe what one side says and what the other side says and what the family are thinking, and I think everybody is in a state of shock, and I think it will be a few months before people really sit down and address and go through everything that's happened in the last few weeks and gone, OK, this is the situation.
And that might explain the difficulty of the jury, of course, to sift through this evidence. As we said, they're retired for the weekend. They begin deliberations again on Monday. But is there actually a lot of pressure on them out there in LA? I mean, there's a sort of feeding frenzy going on, isn't there?
It's unbelievable, and I think if you looked at any standard case, it would be quite hard. But then you put Michael Jackson in the picture, and all of the medical stuff that's so technical that you know, general people would not understand. I mean, I listened to one doctor from the defence side, and I listened to one doctor from the prosecution side, and I was convinced by both of them. And that makes it very hard, because when you're sat there as a layman and you're listening to technical stuff and you're dealing with the feeding frenzy, as you say, it must be so hard.
But it is their job, of course, to decide on his guilt. As you say, he denies involuntary manslaughter. But longer term, what's it going to do to Jackson's reputation of the king of pop? And, of course, he's had these difficulties before in terms of his profile and his reputation. What will we think of Michael Jackson now?
I don't think it will change. I mean, new album, 21st of November, Immortal. Big tour going on at the moment, which the album's based around. I mean, just people still love him. He was still the king of pop and still is the king of pop, and that won't change whatever's gone on in his personal life. He was still extremely talented in what he does, and that's what we all love about him. I think, if anything, people will feel slightly sorry for him now.
Yes. OK. Well, Rich, thank you very much indeed for that. And, of course, we'll see what emerges in LA as that jury continues.
Lovely.
Thank you very much indeed.